Hi everybody, this is Rabbi Oliver. Lovely to be back with you. We are marking this week so much. It's been a week of snowfall, it's been a week of rainfall, sunshine. It's been a week of Holocaust Memorial Day, and a week today which has included Tu B'Shvat, which we've celebrated and continue to celebrate this week, the birthday of trees. We spoke about all these different aspects in our weekly Parsha class, which is Wednesday at 7:30. You're always welcome to join us. Send me a message for the Zoom details. And I wanted to include little aspects of that Parsha class in this weekly video. Chamushim alu, the children of Israel went up armed from Egypt. This is Parshat B'Shalach this week. And just in the first few lines of the Parsha, we are told that the children of Israel went up resourced. Chamushim can mean with weapons, it can also mean resourced. They went up with 4 other different things alongside them. They went up with the bones of Joseph. They went up knowing their history, knowing the lessons and story of the fathers and mothers who came before them, which will inform their future. They went up also with instruments. Described in the Parsha that the women carried up with them from Egypt harps and lyres, instruments, ancient instruments of music, knowing that the good days were going to come and there would be moments of celebration to appreciate and enjoy with these musical instruments. They went up with hope. They also went up with matzah. They went up with this bread that would sustain them after the crossing out of Egypt. And they went up with jewelry, the jewelry which came to the communal pot ultimately to build the instruments and articles of the holy sanctuary which would travel around with the Israelite people in the desert. These are the 5 things that they came up with. They came up with preparedness, history, celebration, awaiting the celebration that would come, nourishment, food, always food in Jewish community, and jewelry in order to prepare for the ritual worship that would come in the years of the desert wandering. We spoke about how what we carry with us on our journey is crucial and shapes our journey. What you leave the house with each day, what you journey with even when you're standing still, shapes and defines aspects of that journey. And then we spoke about the story of Tu B'Shvat, of marking the beginning of spring again, and how in Jewish tradition human beings are compared to the tree, to trees. Adam ke'etz. We are like trees. And just like the trees, we have to resource ourselves. There is no tree that survives without taking from the ground what it needs, taking from the sun and the skies what it needs. And we're like that, whether journeying or whether standing still. We must find, establish and work out what we need, and then find those aspects, those things, that nutrition, that celebration, our sense of history and purpose and journey, in order to resource us going forward. That is essential. We're like trees. We need to find a perfectly balanced system in order to persist and exist. And then we spoke about Yom HaShoah, and the journey of the people in the Warsaw Ghetto in particular came up. And we spoke about the Ringelblum archives, boxes of material that were collected by the Oneg Shabbat, a team of anthropologists, historians, politicians, artists who sat together and compiled an archive of the ghetto and buried it deep in the belly of the ghetto for people to find after. Most of those people did not live to see after the war, but the artifacts that they buried told great stories of the communities lost and the communities murdered. This book too, the Esh Kodesh of the Pizetzner Rebbe, who governed a community just outside of Warsaw and wrote this work in the war years, and too buried it inside the ghetto to be found afterwards. That also speaks of aspects of journey. That even when you know that your journey is coming to an end, or you suspect that soon your last days will be lived, the continuation of their journey, of the journey of the Oneg Shabbat, and of the Esh Kodesh, was the presentation of this material, whether archival material tell the stories of the people, or drashot, interpretations of the Parsha of the Esh Kodesh. They were able to journey on by telling their story, by telling the next generation what they knew and what they saw. So, this week's Parsha is a Parsha of great transition, of great journey, of great connection and resourcing, and ultimately of great beauty. I hope your weekend is one of beauty and connection, continuing to resource yourself and nourish yourself and look after yourselves. And I wish you only good. Shabbat Shalom and Tu B'Shvat Sameach. Please message me and tell me how you related to these words of Torah, these words of Parsha. It'd be lovely to hear from you all. Shabbat Shalom.